Right, welcome to the SCB face-off between Halford and Tommy. So, I'm going to start with you, Halford. What do you think of Tommy? Have you got any impression from him at the moment, or just clean slate?
Cool, to be honest, clean slate. I don't know, I said yes to a fight I've never fought before. I thought it'd be fun, interesting, and I've got full respect for anyone that steps in the ring, so I'm excited to go up against him. Hopefully we're both training equally as hard and it would be good fun.
Good fight. What about you, Tommy? Have you got any opinion on Halford?
Not really. Obviously, I don't really know who exactly he is. I think he's a gamer or something, and let's just say gaming and boxing is two completely different things. Look, I'm excited to see what he has to offer, but let's just say I've been training very hard and I'm very confident going into this fight.
So, obviously, I'm going to go back to Halford again. With your training, how has it been going? Is there anything that's you've been doing and you're like, wow, this is really my strength right now?
I just love it, to be honest. I don't know, there's something. I used to ride BMX for years, so the thought of a glove hitting me in the face isn't that bad. I know I've probably had more concussions than I've had on dinners at this point. So I don't know, I just like it. It's exciting to, coming back from a pretty strenuous injury that's sort of put me out for a few years. Getting back to the point where I'm confident enough to be able to go in and step in a ring and stuff is exciting for me, and the whole aspect of training in this way is very different. I've trained for marathons and stuff over the last year or two and enjoyed that. But it's a very different style of training, right?
Yeah,
so I've just been enjoying that and seeing the effects that it has on my day-to-day and such.
Do you reckon is it a positive, do you think? Do you feel a lot better doing boxing? Because that's one thing I noticed compared to any other, compared to cross-country, athletics and rugby. It's definitely a better... It's more... Does you feel better doing it, I feel?
Yeah, it's definitely a different feeling. I mean, I've been training to a point every day where, if I'm not waking up sore, I know I've not trained hard enough. So, and I didn't feel like I needed to do that doing other things. But yeah, definitely pushing myself a lot harder in this training. Because normally you're fighting yourself every day, and as much as it is against yourself in this, you're still getting put in front of someone else, and it's their swings that hit you this time, not your own mental downfall, right? So,
yeah,
got to train in a completely different way, which is exciting to me.
No, it's a mental and a physical thing, boxing. So, Tommy,
yeah, exactly.
Same question for you. How's your camp been going? Are there any major strengths that you feel like you have?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure my power is going to be a huge difference in this fight. I mean, training's been going well, though. Obviously, I picked up last couple months ago, and honestly, I feel like I'm a natural at this sport. I mean, I picked up it very, very easily, and I've just got that natural speed and natural power. And yeah, I mean, training's been going very well, been sparring hard, very good fighters as well. And yeah, there's one attribute that I could say that I've got is definitely power, and I feel like Halford's going to feel that power. And those first couple exchanges we make, I feel like he's going to feel those power, and he might just step off the gas a bit, and he might just shell up. And yeah, that's what I feel like it's going to play out.
I know you both don't know an awful lot about each other, and I'm hoping after this face-to-face you do a bit of a deep dive on each other and do some bit more analysis on each other to find more out. Unless you're confident enough that you'll both beat the other so easily, might not even need to. But with that being said, I'll start with Halford again. Do you think, or do you actually have no idea, you could be honest with this, do you think all of your aspects and your characteristics physically and mentally surpass Tommy? So do you think you've got more speed than him, better gas tank than him? Do you think you have more power, or do you just not have a clue?
I'll be honest, I haven't got fucking Scooby, do you know what I mean? I've just gone back into physio for my legs and stuff because of injuries that I've sustained over the years. I'm really trying to push that. A lot of it for me is just getting back in health, and it gives me a good reason to train as opposed to just training for the sake of it. So I think physical wise, I'll give it to him. Geezer's probably in much better shape than I am. I'm in good shape, but he seems like a good ripped lad. Probably got a lot of strength behind him. I'm not going to doubt that. But I think mentally, the stuff that I've put myself through over the last few years, running businesses and going through all of the training for everything else that I've done, I think mentally I'll probably have an upper hand in that regard, but physically probably not. No.
Well, before I ask you, actually, Tommy, do you want to answer that question also? What do you think? Do you think you exceed him in every capacity, or?
Yeah, I mean, look, honestly, what you said about running businesses, etc. Obviously that takes hard work, but it's a complete different accent when it comes to sport. I mean, it was only last year where I saw a picture of you and you looked very big, you're out of shape completely. And I've been in shape my whole life. I've been playing sports my whole life at the highest level. And what have you been doing? Have you been playing games your whole life? Probably. Like, I've been literally competing, playing sports day in, day out, and I feel like at every attribute, I probably have the upper hand of him. That's why I'm very confident going into this fight. You talk about mentally, I don't feel like he will be able to go to that dark place when I put the pressure on him. Is he going to be able to perform under the lights before that? I'm not sure, and that I know for sure I'm quicker than him. I'm more powerful than him. I've got better movement than him, and it's gonna be a very fun night for me.
Do you not think Halford has anything that could give you trouble in there?
Yeah, look, boxing's boxing. I'm sure he could have a slight chance, but I'm just very confident in my own abilities, and yeah, I just feel like when it comes to that fight night, he might shed up a bit, and the pressure might get to him a little bit because he hasn't been competing in sports as often as I have, and I've been under the stage quite a lot of times and competing at high in football, very high in cricket as well. I've been under that stage where when it's time to perform, the nerves start to kick in. You start to think, oh, if it goes bad, what's going to happen? I know how to control those nerves, where I don't think Halford does.
It's one of those things, I always ask these questions in my face-to-faces, and I'm going to ask Halford, and it's going to be really awkward because you don't know much about each other, but maybe just from that bit of dialogue just then, Halford, what are the first two words that come to mind when you think of Tommy? Or are there none?
Cocky. That's probably about it. I mean, that's all I've really got so far. I mean, it's hard because obviously we're basing our opinions on each other off of very limited knowledge, right? You know, my story's been quite public. You know, I'll admit to being very out of shape not too long ago, suffering from like alcoholism and things like that. And I pulled myself out of that dark place, pulled myself out of that, got myself in shape, trained for a marathon, ran a marathon, perform every single day in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people. Like, you know, so that aspect there isn't too difficult. So it's obviously hard because, you know, I've also never done a uni degree, and I don't think I'd want to do a uni degree. Do you know what I mean?
Fun. So, it's not fun.
No, exactly. So, you know, like I don't know the aspects that go into that sort of thing either. So it's hard to kind of gauge off of like a couple of minutes of conversation, right?
Exactly. From what I'm getting, so I'm going to be sat at the commentary table, and I can only go off what I've seen just now, and this is quite a bit of a jump of a conclusion, but how I think of it, my mind might change. How I see it is Tommy is going to come in with a lot of confidence into this fight, not completely overlooking you, but I do think he will be surprised when I feel like from your story, from what I do know about you, Halford, I feel like you do have a bit of dog in you, and I feel like you will stick in there and you will make it hard for Tommy. And I'm sure Tommy knows that too. I don't think Tommy thinks he's going to go through you. But I really think this could have the potential to be one of the best fights on the night, because I just feel like I've just got that. Tommy's an athlete, but I feel like you've got the dog in you. You've been through that journey. You've come from that dark place. It may not be you may not have bounced back from a dark place in a sporting sense, but from your character. And I feel like that speaks volumes to how you're going to be performing in the ring. I think it's going to help you. It can't hinder you. And
that's what I was saying. Like from the physical aspect, I don't deny that, you know, like the guy's been in shape, as he said, for fuck knows how long. I've not. I was in shape when I was younger. I trained for Marines, got very deep into that, did really well in all of that, and then broke my leg, and it set me back a few years. And it is what it is. It's getting in shape's only been like a recent thing, really, in the last year. But you know, I've come from the amount of extra work that I had to get in to get back in shape is mental drive enough as it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. I should know this because I'm helping my matchmaker you, but if you can remind me about how tall you both are. Because Tommy, how tall are you?
6'4".
Because how tall are you, Halford?
182, so just below 6 foot.
Yeah. So obviously there's a bit of a height difference and a bit of a size difference. Have you factored any of this into how you're going to be fighting, or are you just going to go in there and get it done?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in there and get it done. Honestly, I feel like I have that size advantage over him. I'm having to shred down for this fight, but I'm quite shredded anyway, so that's why my weight is probably quite similar. I've got a lot of muscle on me, but I'm very shredded. So I feel like my build is pretty perfect for boxing and this weight. So yeah, that's another reason why I'm very confident.
You, Halford? Any?
Fucking winging it, mate.
Just going straight for it, going for it.
I'm not a boxer. Like, I'm not trying to say I'm a boxer. I'm doing it for.
How long you been boxing for?
About 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an early night then. It's gonna be an early night.
I mean, you know,
bring the pillows, son. Bring the pillows.
I think it would be a good fight regardless. Like,
I hope so. I hope so. Look, I'm wanting a scrap. I want to get in that ring and put the fans in a good show. And I just hope that you're man enough to get in the ring in the first place. I hope you don't put out, and also I hope you can give us a good scrap, because I'm gonna go in there aiming to take your head off. So I'm excited to see what you're gonna respond.
Bro, if I wanted someone easy, I could have got someone easier. It's like when they asked me, I was like, yeah, go for it. They was like, do you want someone good?
Boxing. I started boxing last month as well. We're same level.
Yeah,
I'm just confident because I know your history. You're a gamer. Like, what, a gamer's not going to beat me? Like, come on now. Like, you're literally playing games your whole life. I've been competing in sports my whole life. It's a completely different thing, and that's why I feel like I just have that power advantage, that speed advantage, that IQ advantage, and yeah, you'll see what I'm talking about in Fight Night.
No, I'm excited. I think it'd be good.
I'm getting excited now. I'm glad I've done this today. Not postponed it. Are there, with you saying you're gonna go in there, Halford, and just wing it? Is there any? Obviously, you'll know after you fought if you really, really enjoy the actual aspect of getting in there itself and doing it. Training's one thing, and getting in there is another. Have you got any ambition to go take this any further? Do you think right now, or is it just like this is what you're doing right in this moment?
I don't really know at the minute. Like, I'm obviously really enjoying the training. I want to do a triathlon later this year, and have that planned, but was like kind of wanted something to train for in the meantime. So as for the actual boxing aspect, I don't know. I enjoy being on stage and being in front of a crowd. I've done it many a time, and it's like quite natural feeling. I do enjoy it. Fucking egotistical maniac. Love a crowd. You know what I mean? So any opportunity for that is great for me. As for the actual boxing aspect, fuck knows. I'll see what happens.
See how it pans out.
Yeah.
What about you, Tommy? Same question.
Yeah, I've been training for obviously about a month now, and I've fallen in love with the sport. I've always enjoyed watching boxing, watching UFC, and the fact that I get to go in, get in the ring, and perform myself, just it really excites me. So yeah, we'll see what happens after this fight. I'm not looking past Halford, of course. I know he's going to be a tough opponent, and I'm just fully focused on this fight.
I'm looking forward to how you both going to interact in person at the press conference on the 26th. That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that. And if we can, if fingers crossed, if it all goes well, we're going to have a one-to-one face-to-face on round table for a bit and get that done as well. And I'm going to be sat there in the middle. So I'm going to be sat there like, my short ass 5'9" next to 6 foot and 6'4", rubbing my little hands as you two are going to go at it on there. It's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it.
No, it'll be good. It'll be good to see you face to face as well, because obviously, at the end of the day, it's all respect. That you're going to come into the ring, it takes a lot of balls. So I respect you a lot from that.
100%, man. It's all.
I'm actually like thinking this could be. There's some fights on this card that I feel like could have been fight of the night, but I don't know. I'm getting the energy from you two that you two are really gonna.
I don't think either of us are gonna step down easily.
No, I don't. That's why I think
it's gonna be a good scrap. I can tell already from this 10 minutes of conversation. I can tell that Halford's gonna come in there and scrap me, and that excites me. That's what I like to hear.
One thing I'm curious about, and it's so out of topic and out of pocket. Halford, how do you watch boxing much at all? Like, are you into it? You won't know this. Then.
Watched it a little bit, like fairly recently, but not too much.
Yeah. Well, Tommy, I don't know how you're going to take this, but like, you speak exactly like Anthony Joshua. I don't know why. I just get that. People might think that, but I just thought I'd bring that up. It's like really, really weird. Like, do you think you sound like him? Do you think you sound like him at all, or not?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. I've never heard that before, so
No,
doubt it.
I think it's just. I think it might just be me. But with that being said, have you got any final words for each other? Because I feel like this might be one of the only other times because you're both very busy people, so you might not be able to interact before the 26th. Is there anything else you want to say to each other?
Big up. I'm excited to get in the ring with you. I think there might be a little bit of you underestimate me there, but if that's the case, and fair play, like I probably wouldn't expect much if I see some ginger kid that look like Austin Powers either. So be exciting, right?
No, look, I'm not underestimating you at all. I'm just confident in my own abilities. I feel like you could definitely be a good boxer. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I'm just confident in my own abilities, and I feel like May 27th, you'll see the difference between an athlete and a gamer.
So that's the narrative. That's the narrative of this, and I like it. The athlete versus the gamer. That's what we're going with this then.
Who's gonna win? Athlete, gamer.
Ooh.
I think we all know.
I mean, I think the only problem is now is if you do get beat by a gamer by some miracle child who look a right bellend. So
yeah, I'm
gonna bust out a controller, innit?
Mate, I like it. I like the pressure on me. That's all good. I shine on the pressure.
Big up. I respect that.
Final predictions, Halford, or have you got none? Just gonna see how it goes.
I think it would be good regardless of who wins. And at the end of the day, I'm using it as an opportunity to raise money for charity as well. So it would be cool. And obviously the event is in support of charity regardless. So raise some money, put on a show, and see who wins, right?
Yeah. Tommy, predictions?
I feel like first round, obviously fear him out, hit him a few body shots. And if he can get it out the first round, the second round is when I put it on him, and yeah, he's going to sleep.
Second round. Is that what you're saying? Ooh. I'm going to put my prediction on. I think it's just going to be an absolute war. A war in Worthing, as they say. A war in Worthing. So, with that, guys, we're going to end it here. So, the tickets for the 27th of May, Worthing, SCB 002. If you go onto the SCB, all of the socials, it'll be there, the link on Everbright. The 26th, that's when the press conference is, and I'm really looking forward to these two and all the other fights we have just going at it and meeting each other face to face. I'm really looking forward to the energy you two are going to bring. So I'm really looking forward to it.
You good, mate?
Perfect. I'll see you on the 26th.
Go on.
So with that, guys, see you all later.